First off, I want to thank President Crawford, for having one Miami Day today. Obviously the crowd was terrific. That's the best crowd that we've had since I've been here in 2 years. Fans don't know how much that's appreciated, coming out, just how much our community supports our players. It goes a long way. Motivates our guys, makes it tougher for the opponents. That makes a huge difference. And it just gives me a vision of what this place can look like, hopefully, in the future, as we're building this program and getting it back to where it once was. And, we had Alumni Day today as well. We had several former players back in attendance watching. And we had those guys back in the locker room afterwards and just told those guys, listen, we obviously play for them, right? They're the ones that built this program into what it is and hung all those banners and that are up there in the rafters at Millette. We want to get this proud program back to where it was. So, but thanks to President Crawford and thanks to all of our fans for coming out. I was happy for our guys to get a win. We went through a little tough stretch. The season's has some ebbs and flows, and we're trying to find consistency is the word that I've been really trying to use with our guys and sticking to the process. And I thought our defense was tremendous in the first half, just flying around, deflections, creating turnovers. We didn't see the ball go in too often in the first half, other than Reese Potter, who I thought did a really nice job. He had 8 points at half for us when we were struggling to score. Second half, I thought our defense continued, and then we got really strong performances from Brad Dean and Andy and Ian Elmer. We had several different guys, step up tonight. So that's the advantage of our team. I've been saying it the whole year is we're one of the deepest teams in the MAC, and we got to use that to our advantage by maxing out every time we're out there.
Coach, President Crawford and Dr. Crawford provided complimentary tickets today, as you just mentioned, as a part of the doubleheader and One Miami Day. The crowd reached nearly 8,000. What does it mean to have such a supportive president, and how amazing was that atmosphere?
Yeah, it means everything. It starts from the top down. And I'm down, just so we know. Obviously, President Crawford's at the very top of the university in the highest position, and his support means at every game. Obviously, he's always on the front row, cheering him and his wife, which is much appreciated to him for doing One Miami, where we get the whole community in here like it was today. Man, it's awesome to see, and we want to galvanize this community and get behind us. And again, it's just very, very much appreciated by President Crawford and his wife today.
You had the little 3-game losing streak that you talked about. I'm guessing that was the impetus for some changes, such as giving Anderson his first start of the year, and he responded pretty well, I thought.
Yeah, you're always trying to, push a few buttons, And I told Reese, I brought Reese Potter in to the office, and I just said, listen, Reese, I'm going to start Andy. Andy's a senior. He's got 7 regular season games left. I'd do the same thing for Reese if he was in that position. And Reese said, totally understand. I said, it has nothing to do with the way you're playing. It has nothing to do with my belief in you. And Reese said, Coach, I'm good. I said, well, I hope you respond the right way. I said, don't take this the wrong way. And what did Reese do? He goes out there and gets 8 points in that first half. He was terrific. So Reese just shows you how the character Reese has. He's all about the team. Reese is a terrific player. And then Andy responded very well as well. So Andy obviously had a good night, and we need him to score, need him to be an all-league level guy. And he's an older guy. Like I said, he's got 7 games left, so he's got to max out every time he's out there.
Coach, you're in a stretch of 7 or 8 games in a row here where you're playing teams that you faced once before this year. Was there anything different about either the way you approached Ball State the second time around or the way they seemed to approach you?
Yeah, I didn't think they approached us much different. They did not. They tried to match Andy's minutes with Hendricks, the big kid off the bench, a lot. They did not double him. Yeah, they double every once in a while when Jihad was on him to keep him out of foul trouble. But that's how they did it in the first game. I didn't see really anything different. And shoot, you know what? Quite honestly, they probably thought they should have won game 1. Right? Or we should hit a shot to send it into overtime. So they probably didn't think they had to make a ton of adjustments. I thought for us, we had to get a lot better with Bashir Jihad. Listen, Michael Lewis does a great job of putting him in positions to be really tough to guard. I mean, he really does. He does a great job. And Bashir is the hardest cover in our league because he's 6'9", he shoots it, he drives it, he posts, he can do everything. And he's a matchup problem. And I thought in game 1, they scored 10 points off of our ball screen coverage that we were in on Bashir because they got a really good guard too. Anderson kid's really good, so they put you in a bind with those 2-man games. It's like if you hedge, he's going to throw back, and Bashir's going to drive it and shoot it. Well, you got to be in rotation. So they got us for 10 points when we were in rotation in game 1. I thought we were much better tonight in our rotation on Bashir and ball screen coverage. We also zoned a little bit more tonight than we did in game 1. Just want to see different looks, right? Slow them down a little bit. They're a heavy set play team. And I thought that threw them out of rhythm as well.
Coach, you mentioned you're one of the deepest teams in your league. Tonight, 29 points off the bench to Ball State's 2. What luxuries does that afford you as a coach to have a bench unit that can come in and make an impact?
Yeah, it's different guys, different nights for us. And tonight was on full display. Listen, like Brad had a little scoring burst there in that second half. Been waiting on it, and he's probably been waiting on it. He could do it. He's had a great, probably his best week of practice since he's been here at Miami. And it's not surprising that he played the way he did today with the week that he had. But we have a lot of different guys that can do it. We just do, and I think that's the advantage of our team. And our guys know when you're out there, you got to max out. There's only 200 minutes in a game of basketball for five positions, right? 5 times 40 is 200. There's only one ball. So teams that are unselfish understand the bigger purpose, like it's strength in numbers for us. Like Bashir Jihad, great player. I don't know how many minutes he played tonight. He played 35. It's like, can we wear him down just a little bit? Like with how hard Reese runs, with Jaquel, with Andy, throwing different bodies in. Like that's how we have to approach it because that's our advantage, So I think our guys are starting to understand that. It's nice to have a full deck of cards.
Coach, down when you started to pull away from them, took the lead and started to pull away, you really had it kind of going both ways. You could go down to Anderson, and he was producing, and then you were getting the outside game going at the same time. When you're doing that and playing defense, you're going to be pretty tough to beat.
Yeah, that's how you go on runs, right? And because I do think because Andy commands so much attention down there, but we got good shooters too, So we got to continue to play through big fella. He's got to take care of the ball a little bit better than he did tonight. If that's one little thing tonight's game, I wish he would have done. He had 4 turns. But, again, that makes us hard to guard. And then on the other end, the way we've been defending, again, we did it against Northern Illinois. I think they scored 61 maybe in that game. They beat us with 61 or 62 points or whatever it was. If you told me we'd lost that game and we only gave up that many, I would have said you're crazy, right? Like our defense has been getting better and better. I've been waiting for our offense to kind of start to catch up a little bit here. Tonight, I think we started to see that. I thought second half we did a better job of running offense. First half was on me. I got to control the hair more, like we did in the second half. Because the second half we found a really nice groove.
You really had to be happy with not just only committing 9 turnovers, but what you got in the point differential on points off turnovers.
Yeah, I think we forced 15, right? Or, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we forced 15. We scored 12 off of that. Again, that's that depth. Can we wear teams down with our ball pressure, flying around, and then pushing the ball? Like, that's how you wear teams down. And, I put up in the locker room before the game, it's like victory favors the aggressor. Bottom line in life, the aggressive person's going to win more times than not. And that's on defense, that's on offense. We want to play fearless basketball, and I thought we saw that tonight.
Coach, you're not going to see too many times when you have 12 steals and the other team has 2. But
yeah,
I guess that speaks to the defense you felt they played today.
We were flying around. Listen, we were trapping. We were being aggressive. I thought our guys did a great job. I mean, just anticipating, not just being leg locked, standing straight up off the ball. You don't play defense that way. You got to be in a stance. You got to anticipate constantly. And I thought our guys, it starts with guys like Ian Elmer. Ian plays so gosh darn hard. I mean, obviously he had 18 points tonight, but his defense, just the amount of deflections he creates, man, he just creates chaos out there. He's just so athletic and plays so hard. So, I thought Mabry did it. Dean did it. I thought everybody was doing that again. And when we'd play like that, we'd get out and go. That's our best offense, is playing off our defense.
Congratulations. You certainly made the most of your first start of the season. When did you find out you were going to start, and how did that come about?
The last 3 games, we've been struggling a little bit, and coach wanted to make some changes, and he told me like a week ago, like after Georgia State, and we came out with a different lineup, and we came out and won the game.
Before today, offensively, Miami had been down in some points, didn't reach 60 a couple of times. Your points were down a little bit. Have they been playing you any differently, say, recently than before? And how does it feel to play teams a second time?
I mean, I feel like this year is the difference from last year, because last year we got to play 7 guys. Now we got to play 10. So I just honestly just been adjusted to it. Just got to play my role. Whatever coach want to play me, I just do it whatever he asks me to.
A lot today you were matched up with Bashir Jahan, who in the last meeting put up 29 on a perfect shooting day. Today, not as effective, only 18 and 9 turnovers. How is it guarding him?
I was kind of report what's all about him, like just guard him. We know he always want to go right, so we make sure we adjust to that, and we come up with a good results.
Okay, you had mentioned that you guys have been struggling a little bit. You lost your last 3. What was the difference overall between the losing streak and today?
I would say our defense was good the last couple of games, but our offense was kind of like just not the same. That like we were struggling from the 3-point line and getting to the rim. I feel like today we kind of fixed it, and we fixed the floor better.
From a player standpoint, what was it like to have a little mini break in there between games?
I mean, I feel like it was good because right now we got 6 games left and MAC, so it's just good to get a break, So get yourself back together and go out there, compete, get yourself ready for the last couple games of the season.